It's been getting worse, and I can't turn it off this time.
Is your ADHD getting worse, or is life getting harder? Let's talk about it. So, with adult ADHD, it's, in my opinion, I think more difficult to deal with than ADHD when you're a kid. Because when you're a kid, you have certain structures in place. You have parents who are, helping you out. They're waking you up in the morning, making your breakfast, sending you off to a school bus. As an adult, when you are somebody who has ADHD and you're motivated by novelty, you're motivated by passion, you're motivated by urgency, you're probably not going to do things unless you feel like doing it. But things that we don't feel like doing, like taxes, like going to the DMV, maintenance stuff, just all the boring and mundane tasks, we still got to get that stuff done. And if we don't get it done, we pay a heavy price for it. When you're neurodivergent, especially as an adult, you're going to pay a heavy price for not having your stuff in order. You know what I'm saying? So until you can create a system to where you have things that are accounted for, you're going to be feeling like you're running like a chicken with their head cut off, like you're taking care of this, you're taking care of that, you're behind on this, you're behind on that. You're always thinking about the work that you have to do, and instead of doing that work, you're thinking about it. ADHD paralysis, you're frozen. It can be very difficult. And when you catch yourself in a state of burnout, you have to first understand that burnout doesn't mean that you need a 2-week vacation to Hawaii. Now, you can take a trip anywhere and you might come back refreshed. But what burnout really means is that you need a different way of doing things. You need a brand new system, a different way of waking up in the morning, a different way of going to sleep, a different way of prioritizing things. And when these things aren't in place, it leads to that burnout. And then after you stay in burnout for so long, you could experience skill regression. Skill regression is something that a lot of neurodivergent adults deal with. Because if you're in a constant state of fight or flight, a constant state of hypervigilance, which can come from trauma. And what do we know about trauma and being neurodivergent? There's a strong link. So if you're always in fight or flight, you're always hypervigilant, you're always feeling like you have to take care of something, there's always work to do, even though there's not actual work that needs to be done, your brain is not resting. You're going to get burnt out. You're going to be gassed out. You're going to be tired. And that burnout, which could lead to skill regression, could make the simple tasks so much harder to do. Going to go pick up the mail, running errands, groceries, cleaning the house, taking a shower, brushing your teeth, cooking. A lot of neurodivergent individuals who were self-sufficient, who are cooking their own meals and, providing for themselves, at some point, you reach that wall where it's like, we're tired now. That burnout, that skill regression, and it's not fun at all. And you can shake out of it, but without that new system, the new way of living, the new way of going about things, you catch yourself in this awful cycle, this loop of, I can't get things done, I'm behind on everything, I'm feeling helpless, I'm feeling hopeless, there's no point, and sometimes people feel like giving up, and it's really hard to keep, that window of hope cracked open when your external environment, is disorganized. It looks like nothing's in order. So I say all that to say that I do believe adult ADHD is significantly harder to manage than ADHD for adolescents and for kids. Not that kids don't struggle, but the systems that you have to put in place to thrive as an adult with ADHD, I don't think we talk about that enough. And I just came back from the ADHD, not just, but last week I was in Anaheim giving a keynote speech at the ADHD International Conference where I was talking about building these systems. The first thing to do is eliminate the shame, and then you go build the system. And as you build a system, you can retool it here and there, take out a couple of things, put some things in there. But once you have a system that's running relatively smooth, and allowing you to get things done, then hopefully we won't have to deal with skill regression as much. We won't have to deal with burnout as much. We won't have to deal with feeling like everything is so difficult to complete, because those difficult tasks are a bit simpler because of the way that we do them, if that makes sense. So I hope this video helps.